Alright, so this is a Magicka DK build. Welcome to Harrowstorm. This is gonna get weird. It is gonna get weird, but I promise you this build does work. Been playing it. It's great. I love it. So here it is. Okay, so first of all, I'm Imperial. Can this build work outside of Imperial? I don't know. I really feel like being Imperial really makes this build what it is. So it's up to you. I would suggest being Imperial though. I use Bewitch, Sugar Skulls. Let me buff up and you can see my stats. So there, here are the stats. Got 41k Mac. $42k Mac. 42k Mac. 23k health. 22k stam. I should be in Cyrodiil so that way you guys can see the stats in Cyrodiil. It ends up being like 30k health, I think, when I get into Cyrodiil. It's nuts. The stats are crazy. Okay, recovery doesn't look that good, but we sustain no problem because being Imperial, the red diamond passive. Okay, that applies to Magicka too, by the way. So I've got the Mage Munda Stone for extra stats. Let's just go down to the Imperial passive. Okay, red diamond. Reduces the cost of all your abilities by 3%. This includes Magicka cost too. So Imperial is not the worst from Mag DK. Alright, so here we go. Here's the gear. Getting into it. Got heavy shackle on the body. All tri-stack glyphs. 2-piece blood spawn. One light, one medium. So we go 5-1-1. And we got crafty Alfiq on the front bar. We've got reduced cost, recovery. I might want to try out spell damage, but I like where my sustain is right now, so I leave it. I'm able to kill people, so I don't really know if I want to switch it. This build has been doing me really good in Cyrodiil. Don't think I want to switch anything up. Moving on, I've got Nirnhoned on the staff. You're going to stick with Nirnhoned just because we use Flame Lash. So you want Nirnhoned instead of Sharpened on this guy, on the Mag DK. And then here's where it gets weird. Back bar, BRP dual wield. Now, why am I doing BRP dual wield? From what I can see, a big part of 1vXing is being able to have access to major protection. Okay, that's why you see a lot of those stam necros, a lot of those stam DKs, why they're so tanky is because they can pop BRP dual wield on the back bar pretty much as they want. Right? They've got that major protection up as much as they want. It's not as easy on Magicka tunes to do that, but you know what? On a DK, you can make it work. Just because you get resources back from your ultimate. So I really don't have problems sustaining my stamina using this. And you'll see that in some of the gameplay that comes out. So we got back bar, BRP dual wield. Skills, front bar, we're using Flame Lash. They kind of modified Flame Lash a little bit with Harrowstorm. So now you can proc the Power Lash from somebody who's off balance and immobilized. So even if you consume your Power Lash proc on one guy, if you turn around, you stun him with Petrify, he breaks free, he's immobilized, you can use Power Lash on that person too. Plus the heal's amazing. When I'm buffed up, it's like 13k. When I was in Cyrodiil earlier, it was 16k. 16k health over 2 seconds. It's really good. It's kind of hard to deny, honestly. Ellie Drain, Burning Embers, Fossilize, Cauterize, Corrosive Sleep. Back bar. I've got Coagulating Blood. Igneous Shield. Igneous Shield's really nice. It gives me a little bit of extra damage shield. It gives me major mending, so what I usually do is I pop Igneous, and then right after that, Coagulating Blood. So the major mending's gonna buff up your heal from coagulating. Then I've got Quick Cloak. Okay, we gotta proc that BRP dual wield on the back. Get that major protection. Super tanky with major protection. I almost feel like I'm stamina when I have this activated. It's crazy. Hardened armor, and then protective plate. I don't know exactly the math behind how this stacks with BRP having minor protection, major protection, and reducing my range damage by 50%. I'm assuming that they all stack together, so when I've got all three of these buffs up, I'm pretty tanky. The minor protection comes from Temporal Guard. Okay, so we got major protection, minor protection, major mending, and then we've got protective plate, so reducing range damage by 50%. Pretty tanky when you get all the buffs going on. Another thing to mention, Igneous, whenever you pop Igneous, you get a little bit of stam back, and then being Imperial, you get 2k max stam and 2k health. So I really sustain this no problem. I have enough stam to use this pretty much as I want, and enough stam to break free. You know, throw in some heavy attacks if your stam gets low. It's not a big deal. All right, and then champion points. Let's go with Blue Tree. Blue Tree, I've got 61 Elfborn, 64 Elemental, 51 Spell Erosion, 19 Blessed. I do want a little bit more than usual on the Mag DK. 66 Master at Arms, 9 Staff Expert just to get 75. Nothing here, no Thaumaturge. Okay, 66 Tumbling. There's really no point into stacking block anymore, because blocking really messes with the animation canceling. I think you're better off just light attack weaving. So you won't find me putting points into Shadow Ward anymore. Not for a while, at least, until this whole like weird block animation canceling thing goes away. Which I don't think it's going to, so you might as well get used to this. 56 Tenacity, 64 Arcanist, 7 Mooncalf, 1 Healthy, 66 Warlord, 9 Sprinter, 1 Siphoner. Okay, 5 Heavy, 5 Quick. Bunch into Elemental Defender, 43 into Hardy, which I think I'm going to switch this up. I think there's more stam nowadays that are hitting harder than Mag. So let's go with let's go with 12% into Hardy. I mean, plus we've got wings, so that's gonna help mitigate that damage. Yep, I'm gonna keep that there. 66 Ironclad, 16 Spell Shield, and 38 Resistant. That all looks good, so I'm gonna keep that there too. There you go. Welcome to the weird hybrid Magicka DK build. Go ahead, give it a try if you've got all the sets. The only problem you're gonna have is maybe the BRP dual wield. You could run the normal version too, though. I'm sure the normal's not hard to find. Have fun. Look out for the gameplay vids when they come out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Love you guys.